talingin OU
malungit tutaw al morarukul athal el nosabi ilo bangir al tutaw el al sil sa ngara 53rd or episode 53 ra at al BERIUS el AIS magikmal di orang sulira rukul athal el malbla oil lo bangir culture stays el payday week el al tutaw Yal sure gida ako ra di mo update de kuk invite ra guest de kal malunggil partner gida adara friends of PNMS el may open gida al tuta el kuk di mo ay say kal kora upcoming el activities may kal lawyer el gida at makal marul al kora encourage at ako ra omsu especially murara ngaringiya ako ra interested tira tokora marine science malubang tokora o mga rio mala conservation ma preservation ra gal natural resources ra gid ma environment ra gid ra ablubela o mablul other rogi so el altuta beng tanganger tarul kestra nga kal el kestra gid el lobenged el maldimo o ay say gal kora rio loru may gal rio ko mlamo kora kat mokregal mlamo merekal buil marak القرادي أو أي سايكي كذا البك بدنجل لاتي على available المرانغال كربيلاو ما رانغال كير السلبيلاو ngaringa اللي الغوخمو أرمولا كذا الأكتيفيتي ngaringa تقولانيس وفاندينغ سبب الرمول من والقرادي التاذل تي على المرانغال كربيلاو القرا enhance malubang qora dulu tira ngal mo sa Maria de madu ulmrula ay kay baby raurior malubang ngukti baby ra to ko el civil helper tira interested tira to ko la school ma to ko ra aurelier sa la tuta maldi mo ngutal te ale introduce ta kaltul gester nga ngarngiya Miss TONI SOALABLAI ra friends of PNMS ma dan OLU RECHELULK intern friends of PNMS maybe this time makuradi mangutak taalan ngul masterin but briefly introduce themselves and then maybe ay sasangara ko ra through little office and aul matangar al silsam.
Yes, hi, malungit 2000 ma OLU nga ka TONI SOALABLA yakudir ra office ra bul nga rangamla all friends of the PNMS kudir ra comms ma outreach tel office ra bul non-government organization so selgi maru legal outreach programs sa maming agi reach out tel mora potential sponsors ter other ablu ter other outside al moul mong mosab amam al mga tmok legal odior al sel office al mora ngal kara school belaw. Yeah, so this wakal di pasiran to OLU share experiences ring al intern ra mamara friends.
Alim ni tutar baklaad ni tutaw singin Tony ngang klaka OLU RECHELULK ngang sulat Taiwan ngartel intern for the summer Friends of Palau National Marine Sanctuary and most of the time I'm under Tony mababos and then direkal supervisor nga Jennifer Gibbon sama Adora Nobuo and throughout this entire time we've been assigned the design our flyers, especially for outreach programs. They help the plan, assist them in whatever they need, which has also been a very good and great learning experience. Tara intern mo dalorior.
Why sing it tero nga intern sa ma'am tero nga raskura Taiwan OLU ma Sam ER. They've been with us for the last almost 8 weeks. Yeah, mal grateful ra extra hands, ma extra brains. So we're hoping sa lutal mo ra school ta kuk nang mayaygel si Lubert tang apply mo ra everyday life for tidiregaling. I know for us nga mababol sa dir kaloryo ra office ra friends project coordinator. There's a lot of korawal email masilap to ko email. So dakadil nga ra really darabi kalsils. It's also murak lang arigi darabi kalsils. So I'm hoping igagid experience kami ngayang nganyo subringi. Yeah.
Right, so thank you, Olu and Tony. And Olu, I'll ask you a few questions. So, elasel ako sa kamera tangas ko Taiwan, ngara ko ra sel ko ra major ka ul masubanangi ra sel amara ko Taiwan.
Ilang nga school aming Chuan University, which is in the heart of Taipei, mal hectic el basyo. But I study journalism and mass communication. So I'm taught media, communications. That's kind of where I'm at right now.
Well, I'm los articles, ma story, mala siya singin mo na news, o mayo ba story kikidi. And then tell internship program, you regularly offer it to other friends or it's hosted through the program at PNSP?
So that internship program is hosted through PNSP, PFA, internship. They reach out to students, especially outside mar students lang school They reach out to them logi wa PNSP, and then they give out like a certain like amount of job organizations or then they apply in accordance to their studies or what they want. So I was so lucky to be able to intern in that summer.
Nice. So sige, the program madali ka ko help pero kami will expose to the
workforce.
Workforce makikil ko na possible position na kami was submit pursue after you get your degree.
Yeah.
So mass communication and media. So there's a lot of communication outreach work going on, and the Friends of PNMS one organization malbloil active na social media madablo alomis a programmer and there's their annual program kami will all happen every year marangal ka na school na mumtangay mong hindi marmate mila cigarette pat ya rangal ka na mo start maruwa bebela ko so sa kita ko one legal program sa kami I think it's well known right now. So as we continue doing work makalurior, and then I guess it's important to also highlight the partnership that will happen between PNMS, PCRIC, Friends of PNMS, but also with other organizations either in governmental office na government or yung office na government NGO. Lang ko tutala lagay kita pek padang audio kita mrura pekal silse, and then we have to inform the public kita other bulun matangay gero will data result omsu kita omes al selbelaw mata ka dil al selbelaw but tadiri ka lomes ra omsu balik nga kalapul adal sa adal omes emruler al selbelaw so ikay kita back pa rin lahat ko mga lakal rablol at roki maalsal pelaw ay kita communicate merul outreach algiren, and then ay kita to rawa global warming, climate change other kal affected ngin moral life for kita other lang alsal pelaw environment and natural resources. So I think that's why in total la communication, education, outreach school almolmutra pang PCC mother adrabalo and then one day kay kita relevant makalawyo ablo gila otpel at ko ra tagi del Palau National Marine Sanctuary mama bebil at ko ra ay kita marine issues kita mo start lomes so ay kita relevant ruli the madamro lagay kita tokol activities kora aldo malubang osis akla el morar adrablo mandira kal sabi etel kuk malayaw the swir take in what they can provide to us makaloryo, right? It's not like the ditmo and say kagid gilan marul, but more like mutual connection gidat makaloryo laban ti adrablo. So I get the tall activities moral through your organization and ngaray sa amal ko highlight tay gid all major toil moral al sala hobbies like on a daily basis.
I say so in 2023 kama makukla ngwa year al year mo the year of waste segregation may galol programs and projects and activity gi morul maldi mora makaradomi akomi masubel gi la plastic. So earlier this year sa January mo April Earth Day ayul tabadi Palaw Pledge Challenge al mura nga school al mo kolekta ko plastic mang aygal 8 school am na participate almost 3,000 pounds of the plastic al ngilay ra community ng school ng tamo beach clean up malaya marine debris mang dimle al sel sige 3 months ang marami klawal ko milong tila nga kara school first time mo 8th grade masubel wasit makara separate ako mirtir because sel mga rablay mesra householder ka most of the time sel ko mil separate nga ba adalangani self absent sel muringi hindi ka do siga bakpadingin la different ways sa edel lolis akang kala school mang segregate ako miringira school ang blay mang mamdu waset yang amurang ral al passion hi mesel wala landfill and dakal kloa space el ngu or dakal lomakser yaigal wal plastic al sabaril maya ra adala quarter state lagi partner 3 ay kay ngayel lulal mo biofuel so ngariya there's always a way legal ko milangay gal plastic langay alutan mo ospe. And so from that agi isira arte agi direkal ridaliya dive day matigal ko ngal kamal nga Palaw Pledge Dive Club at tilobdal mo dive mo malako mira selbel nga nga malal. And then from those ngani away activity ko ma'am and then ngani tial Palaw Pledge Dive Camp which is maybe 2 or 3 times a year if we're lucky lagi fundraiser gila la legal dive camp para maro ko ngal kapela mo sa aril el maya certification or til mo junior open water divers isa singe mal klaw to teleleng kada swad el gidel ngal kapela wal madangalit tial el balwader be laura dakadil be bulabuluma sel pomol al bakla it's not a everyday occurrence ngania 13 argil ngal kan mutul dive mamangome sa bakpadengela sea life sea animals sekora ngiling trigger interest ngal kalwasi nga kaswakan mo masubel girela armradab ten mo conservation mal bakpadengela real dorul mo touch life ra ulisep to ngal tingal karbelaw close to tele legal ludiol wa Palaw Pledge Challenge mo malaya plastic ma tel dive camp ma even tel secret pot challenge maklo to tele leng ngudiol longot mo klar ngalged so with OLU and Sam labang kamama I think it tira direklel al wal lidra social media like you've mentioned arangal gada ngal kapela wadi ngaladeng wartier so it's easy to communicate and more tilo say gida our TikTok videos say gida flyers sa on social media so el algi mo mesra ngal me apply mer egal next life camp para mam ete di tier degalop te tre parent certil mer obis ka mam mal di tier et badengel was ngala sorry mo marulengin mo life camp I say
Right. So, kung the follow-up questions, like I mentioned, so kung na-mention na waste segregation, so I remember sa activity kami mira carnival, sa January, makom nalingat alalaban tayo nga ligit, ta ko ra kayo sa alalomi ako, mura yung proper bila ko mi. And then, naka-mention na sa kumle, mirror sa ikit, Palaw Pledge Challenge, kalekta ko mi. And then so I'm assuming as naringi outreach ma education na sa nga ulmang important ta separate ako mirigi ngaral ko mi kinelt ma so plastic ulangal lambabier or kero kung sa etal motal para recycle Michael dakal recycle mon so igay the program kami blam ruling ngaringi ako rablam establish ringi el system regay gid el school alwasay na mo start like segregate ako mirtir within their classroom or the school as a whole.
Why say sing el atel mle paloplatch challenge mle earlier this year sige blem open ringira carnival rapikri ending dimle 8 tang open el mora all 22 schools because friends sa Oriol Labangela Ministry of Education with igarogul activity kaman mora nga school Magi, we're hoping with more practice sel gibam dum malmoral school for outreach en selbal familiar rangal ka school was oti kagi damel me o program labang mamal me omi ako mi separate plastic erti eta direct subconsciously or hukti telo the swil was ngaringi audio dalil mo a big difference ito practicing ito continuing so yes akmal maklor mo kung mulwas to practice a waste segregation even may lang ooy.
Okay, so yeah, and I guess it's important to also like mukatakliya was the so makata maybe you know this information, I'm not sure, but if the segregate ako binigid, do you know how much space we could save sel Pilakomi?
Yes, so speaking of partnerships, so kama direct loader labangela tel national government for PPWM SWM, mother Kalkoror state government yagi we found out we learned dal was 75% tra waste tra kaw asab ml reuse for something else recycle and then sel remaining 25% ta segi di amora aklo el komisteva why say so the everyday practice rigi the asab el make sure wasing 80% the recycle edi gare amora landfill but ang maldi moyor sige practice ra local sales
yeah, and then if hindi ka segregate ako mirigi di man maltal mora landfill and I guess ang lasa edal wasing kada mari edal magigit landfill by let's say year 2050 eng na mo and then mangukira dal mo force ourselves to maybe open another one, which is not a good idea, I think.
Yeah.
Eda kalungi ladi do labli la komi letal balu ako timo mo dibli la komi. So I guess so I guess it's really important sal boto tingin wasang ngaral baspasita sa edal lumutol mauspe maluba ka recycle, mahigil kuktakal sabain, and then basically just like the proper ways of disposing e-batteries also, ice packs, nga free on na ringi, marwa, battery, ramlay, battery, air, tabik pa ringin. Nga ringi kikita the chemicals or toxic, nga alsal sa environment. So I think that's a really good program ngalingi kay given to karawa segregation ra komi mang sabi ila ngalakal mo you know muro il habit 30 el masub and then of course ang ngalingi kay tuang repela na mo encourage shopping bags because awan na ko terklo issue rablul plastics so el appeles el totaling via give out tutu and then you have to buy your recycle ay gigitali shopping bag or whatever and then tal close to ang gitara surang ma kombali ringi dirikal number nga biodegradable bags are tier but on Sundays and dirikal totally no plastics so and I hope that more establishments ra belawa amo say even may magit I'm surprised to see postings ra magit ra even maobras tuwang and then they're using the reuse so box containers ma trickle caterers tada mo start talos pa beer so that's we're going somewhere and that means there's a behavioral change in the stuff that we're doing with the material partners issues and I think that's it not Jakal gitaro ko yam na mo I say but ngalingar other it's starting somewhere so that's a good sign and then of course our other na mo start uspe arwa kayay mga kailan mulabo nge so na madaka the order el plastic el fegal bunga na wakamandin mga langal direk ko ang mas pasra environment so we are heading somewhere and I think that's a good sign and maybe our other Palau. And then you mentioned a lot about the Palau Pledge, and then is that also related to the stamp sa Lungar Airport?
Yes, so tell kora di kaya history na Palau Pledge. A Palau Pledge lulu siri arangal gel Palau, almura arangal gel Palau raklugo. Mang tenga promise el rogo el adal me so yisiber Palau el degal other Palau el tourist mal visitor mal melodior el degal other Palau eng moni sa stamp para passport tertir el promise arangal gel Palau el waseta mo ay ga rogo loro la adi mo raklung el arangal Palau ma lora el momili el ba aban degal ol mal amarand or lola ya degal giril malay ma sel ospa reef safe sunscreen el ngariya direk ngariya sunscreen da Palau Pledge ma stream to sea masel ngas aras ko gilut tel mel mora belurir ya di imol mlomade la gilut til orin mlomde alol so atel Palau Pledge hold their kawal visitor to a very high expectation leng suadar adal me so isiber Palau wal mangula loo de o mesra ngalged mar ma award mangidil adal ngar Palau alwaseng ngamel almel me practice akme mirror akme reflection kawal other Palau leng suaka ablogar delem other Palau el mira reflect ngal el me so isiber Palau so tel Palau Pledge ulma most legal outreach programs sa kamamel kimorial gila di morangal kara school is because kadol is akler tier sel responsibility gida swada tigal visitors gidel practice I say.
Thank you. And then so OLU I'm moving on to you. I know it's not on the outline but I was kind of talking with Tony earlier and then mentioned nagil kora na maklol project already during your internship so ngaringi ako ramle kora project tal mo kora take on the ringi or help with them most of the time and did you find it interesting and then kora wangarang tele laurier elang
so nga designing and media social media especially it's my kind of my platform my forte we were usually assigned to design help with plan like sali mama sa TONI mabababol sa planning you really learn how to that it's not an easy thing to do so that's one thing that we learned a lot how to plan make sure everything's in line and if something goes wrong how do you like pick yourself up how do you make it right so I think that was what impressed us a lot nindira dive camps like the idea of them I mean they get projects like dive camps they get cigarette butt challenge Palau Pledge challenge I think it's such a good motive it had such a good motive they're very good ideas. They're also very simple. I get planning and designing, all of that, marketing strategies is something that we're learning and it's also very fun. You know, I think it's important to find fun in the things that you do on the daily, especially in terms of work. And I hope Tony and Bubbles are also, they look like they're enjoying themselves. So I guess that's kind of where I want to see myself in as well. And so in terms of projects, we've also learned a lot about them. So I hope everybody sees all the work that we've done, at least like Adra Bloom, Adra School, especially the youth. I hope they see how they plan, how we've learned, and I hope they, get in touch with the office and all.
So within your internship and one day the program will go through or kung dili ka plan and then ngayon happening and then
So we're still planning. I'm trying to stay as long as I can to be part of the program because like seldom is like planning. It sounds like it's gonna be so much fun, especially for the kids. I'll apply for these dive camps and I'm like, man, I wish I would dive as well. But and I wish I was here long enough to stick around for the dive camp. But I mean, I think it's just the progress enough is also. Just the progress alone is enough, but I wish I would be here for those, and I wish I was here for the previous ones. But at least I know what's around it and what good it does. Yeah.
All right. So we've been hearing a lot about the dive camp. So ngayon the upcoming dive camp Maral May.
Mla open na application process ra rangal ko bela 14 to 17 ra career mang sabadin mo officer ma'am to pick up application form or to send us a DM on our social sige sending in more tel dive camp deadline niya September 1st Direct ka nga niya one in December, but for this one, nga niya 6 slots will open for advanced open water, 6 slots will open for junior open water. So, also kumit already certified through the Palau Pledge Dive Camp, ang bayo 30 mas iklan mo advanced to open water. Magimal mga susew ra rogul ngal bela wal may apply. Let's kumanda kal mga ira September and direct kal nga ni sel nga ra December sabihin mo. So isabihin I say.
Okay, so so you've been doing this kasi 2 to 3 times a year depending on the availability funds, material kami organizers. Asal ko till start at tiyagi till dive camping sa like already estimate as ang atala nga bla certified.
So for junior open water divers, there's a bit around 100 certified divers. And then this year, sa June, I gimle certified first advanced open water. Tamle na ngalakal ngilaya advanced open water at year. Mang samaman malmol mertial the trajectory of the dive camp. Mang tamangal mo to ngalakal belaw sabihin besang at belaw. And this thing, I want to be more specific about the tel dive camp. Kasi nga ramal nga al tel dive camp. Lang takati ng titira nga lakal mo ra tel dive site tel lol albaklan. Tiya nga week long mang sel during the intersession ra school. Aging titira nga lakal may matamasubal dive. But tadira kal masubra akli ibelar gid. So nga niya cultural excursions or agi partner up with Pickwick or Quarter State DCLE Department of Conservation and Law Enforcement matame one legal topic abelulis akrang alkama how to be a good tour guide because kada madangel wase tel tourism hotel global funnel raw do mesoy sa berbelaw so adal ko ra gear our kids mat ngaring sen knowledge tier mal so is barega ludio nga nyaklam dang year tier mang koraway ge kita dolis akrang alge de olis akartira bak padangela pasyo masyobay alaadal sa bariral almoringi masub mang selban mirek selban week al nga certification til mamduul dive eta mamduul mal albak landing direk nga nyaklam dang year til gila balwad al mura outdoor ra o mga riyom policing, conservation, we say.
Okay, thank you, Tony. And then you mentioned the Palau Pledge Dive Club. Sang club al morte ra gid al ngalakal certified, al nabo certified divers, and then you do activities as a club.
Yes, I say. And so tira nga certification til dive bol mare. Dire ka nga niya activities sa ma'am. So ako di transition and mora World Cleanup Day. Let's say one ra activity kim molar tira nga Palau Pledge Dive Club already certified. Al mamalaya ko mira ay gal alba abed but by diving or YL ang agi plan for World Cleanup Day lop tititigal nga lakal mamalaya ko mi underwater or matamasubel waseng ngara kantil sila kloa plastik المذئرة بيبولا ضابلن قبقاقلن دي سلورا لا تمل ملمغينيا مرال ميريو ما هاويلا مول غولي مول مكرة السيل مول مسمير من تل وذكن أبتيا أجيم قرا أبلان رنجي لبنجل تل بروجل باسيفيك الواسي سيجد السيل سبتمبر 16 السبعة Eko kaltil nga rabaluri nga ra aygal nga ringi ngania activity lorul el help enhance collective action ra cleaning up why say so agi certified ang kalakam through the Palau Pledge Dive Camp and then ospe ertir el modaiv el mamalaya komi or anything el gora mosab erir el ospe aygal dives ertir log in their dives add in their dives and more. So maybe by this time next year in Temlamo Pro.
All right, and then so sa world clean up day, it's not kung just a activity ng mga divers, but is there an opportunity lukti mara or I guess yung asa edal kukti gidal volunteer ourselves al kukli na igal mawari rabal wate so not necessarily kutuan yung kumasa work clean up their activity is to utilize these students sa lola pa diving certificates or team matamo dive but then I guess ang tinakal sa edal invite other blue ma community ra igay gidal bekal blue walwas so kung or interested in more activity maybe they can do it on their own baluri malako mirap kularal or kula kadarang or okoburs big pa nila tokod sa atin meron because it's world clean up day
yes
maybe we could do that like individually or as a group or try nagagital activity waya tagital dive clean up day and then so we've touched on the dive camp, the work clean up day, and then Kamle mentioned a cigarette butt challenge, and I think this is one of the most popular contest sa mga school tira participate na ng isang sa mga kadi mo o ay sila say like what's going on right now, and then like oy nga deadline and then maybe after ikaw na cigarette butt challenge ang anamotelal bond or mga diesel bebelada ko lapla mga
OLU?
Okay. So, el tel cigarette butt challenge, which you said was one of the most popular, especially in our elementary schools. And it launched on August 14th, and the deadline is October 26th. So they already have them gathered. They'll give them, like they have to turn them in and stuff. Then so far at the cigarette butt challenge, I'm gonna start at 2019, and since then I give school about 1,735 pounds worth of cigarette butts. And we know that El Almaral Mel challenge, and we have high hopes of saying it's gonna pass 2,000 pounds. And so we have very high hopes in Morangara School, and we love the enthusiasm that comes from them and from their teachers. So we're hoping for the best. I'm sure it's going to be a really good one this year.
I know we have high hopes, but hindi ka kalkura mo makita mo sa labato ka cigarette butts ay galbebela dol di kaya plastic nga alsil. They're already harmful, already nga niya toxins and then kamo lo kaya plastic nga alsil. So del boloru nga rangal kala school di wan el bebela dol di kalobra ngora di sa mo kading ultimate si. And then so mo over 1,500 pounds, almost 2. It's a challenge. El amal fan el morangal kanting tirekal goramal moso pakarmo del girel oy.
Yeah, tirekal gora, and it says a lot about I know kora makita dol ko it says a lot about spela the whole rabalwade. So imagine yourself 1,700 pounds el ase mralo brad. So like you said de kampera ngaringi ko nang isal ay bebala ase kam ngara obra 50 pounds al gatan ma 50 pounds al merol. And of course the other all program merale kasi in reality mo parade, but in reality gado si siwa parade. So 1,700 pounds of cigarette butts is a lot
It's a
of
lot.
cigarette, and it's a lot of plastic, a lot of trash, and it's a lot of makita decision auspe alcohol. So we're not encouraging people to buy the cigarette butt here, but if you auspe, and please like put it away responsibly. And then through this challenging, dili ka sabi at mo aware gagawin ng komi and oftentimes our other all cross nga na tamro bebelada ko yun. Nung malki kayo komi, laada ka nga tamaliit, tadi pa beer. That's the thing, it's not. It's
not.
plastic, and it has toxins, like you said. So, and take it ang madiki ka nito ko, ikam imagine yourself, 1,735 pounds ang matang rada.
Yep.
Eliki ka rin, matap table mo, miki ka rin, basil, angi ka lang mga ringi, mabik pa tingin lang mga ringi, mo sois berapa tingin, kita mo ko liang. So it's like nga ringi reaction na rin ko endless
Like a chain to it.
endless chain to it, and it comes back to you at the end of the day, and it's not good. So hindi ka vil say gidel was at the end of the day gidel at, but of course yung gidel industrial environmental gidel Michael arman nga alsel material for aesthetics like ngikiyo nga lave sa pasyon perida bebela ko ringi.
Yep.
So congratulations on all your activities throughout the years. 1,700 pounds of cigarette butt, 100 plus kids, certified divers, and like you're working with a majority of the schools and really outreach programs and trash segregation, tokora shuka nga rikive. I know you guys do a lot of education on bull, like ngaral what kind of process is it, like ngara mokte karabo ngar other belawa ulus pe rabo lang ngaramong lomo lang ngarang, and oftentimes sarang alakabol was it like nga sa dito sa nga PNMS ang lasang bull. Yeah, so we need that education outreach sa bula the PNMS or PNMS sa bull. It's bula process at those pairing manage behavioral
I see.
so hindi ka dil po rato ko rata ding dili ka saan rato ko na balo. So I've Ombar so lang ra like telte alal no sabi etal ko koramit nang yung share kay gidan have activities sa kami, and then of course and we look forward to collaborating with you guys on the upcoming dive camp. And I know there's been some requests al May, so we might do some activities maybe towards the end of the dive camp. And 100 kids certified is a lot of kids. And if you continue to give them the experience, and if they continue to dive like on a monthly basis or ngayat mil dive, and then the balbakto ka tokon si Ilmarule, like tourism, like you said, it's like the living ula revenue in Marbella adirikal to ko na omosube like and da kadil bulukulak mo to tamal albak makaraman sa ilme o yura institution na wa Peak Creek Marwa Coral Reef Research Foundation, but to build capacity like again state officers are tire kasi maybe a state or rangers sama pan officers, and it's a good skill to have if you're a ranger pan officer, understand like your environment and the ecosystem around you and your protected areas. So we do not just expose these kids to the I give an officer remember reference of PNMS Peak Creek, but maybe that they allow your labantire the state government makamital collaborate labantire at or state government and I know that you've asked some organizations to do presentations on the week of the dive camp to expose these kids to say what are the opportunities out there if you have a skill to dive or if you have interest so there's a lot of stuff, and you've inspired those 100 plus kids. Ludi mo kurtirigal ngalakal nga cigarette butt challenge. Mabek pa ding ngalakal mo outreach labantari, and I think that's a really good job. So kumbar mismo lang ra bralong iluwelyo labantang ka school. and I hope that we can continue to build on those activities. Any last Somi will already mention, remind reviewers that total wasing remember if they're interested in I know you guys have you guys work with the Palau Sports Fishing Association, and then there's the fishing derby coming up. Mas amo ka di mas kita brief overview da.
Okay, magtama di more trigal fisher survelaw 2023 tuna showdown na mo ngira kami sang takal nga pang ra Sunday September 3 mla open na registration ra obisya ka pool or tamo pick up obligation ra drop off. Category ra el derby tuna, ladies bottom fishing, junior anglers, mga skuntangan yan nga direct interested in ages 9 to 14. Ang sabihin may application ra chante itong direct mnangitial kategory ra para kuda Spanish mackerel wahoo I say. So register podo derby ra September 3.
You said ladies bottom fishing.
Yes.
Among mga rela.
But a team of ladies may register. We're hoping for more than 5 teams. الميل توب دالمو بارم فيشينج يجي قط المكلو القليل like 10 النيجل البلد سألين معي اترا وينا برايس and then for junior anglers من طريق the OCC the bottom fish and then يجي طول category ratuna مع واهو يجي كده التوب دالمو trolling.
All right, sounds exciting. So
Yes.
September 3 nakamesang dak, but of course magigil application, ma-briefing gigil attend. So with that, I think by close the show again. But before I close the show, I also want to share a few upcoming activities that we're doing at the center, and then nag-invite kami yung invite the student kami join. So we're doing for this upcoming school year, agim na said before intersession break, agim mo or gikor mo ay salgirel talngim one drop film challenge. El gimbom release na sometime this week the official flyer with a QR code or a link to the registration form, and we've divided the film challenge into 4 categories. So it's grade K to 4, and then 5 to 8, high school, PCC.
Wow.
So those 4 categories, and then grades K to 4, the limit number of kids in one team. But 5 and PCC, you have to have at least 6 people on one team, no more than, no less than. So strictly 6 people. And then this film fest or film challenge is basically encouraging students to can have their pitch. Rasing ulma, important and make it other belau. And then it's also a way for us to also communicate the importance of PNMS and other MPAs. Mandira kasel embedded saygit because we're planning to have a film fest, mini film fest, on the week of the PNMS anniversary this year. So it's one of the activities leading up to that. And then also school their expertise video editing marketing. And then it's also school as that, how much have they taken in with our outreach and education. So our teachers, students, and then we'll release the flyer, the official flyer this week. The details on the film challenge. Masige mo announcement trailer sa final date film fest. And then the intersession program that we're planning to have this intersession break September to October. Plan mo maruringi sa September 25 and mo September 29 and marangal ka school, but we're targeting 6 and 7 graders. school. We're gonna have a number of lessons I'll give them introduced on that week. Ranging from coastal ecosystem, deep sea, and hands-on activities, field trips, and we're planning a mini science fair at Pig Creek at the end of the intersession break. So mga who are interested, then please sign them up, and we'll also release the sign up link or in sa email ko Pig Creek. So mga who are interested in Martel Camp, and we'll be sending your gimo lock in and clear, and we're only taking 20 students for this first intercession program. So this is the first time we're doing it. The inland of science curriculum MOE. So I hope that what we do at the program ako enhance cycle below subra science sa school. Ngaringi PS newsletter ka ma'am, gimolto daringi by email. Newsletter gimolto daringi bakal 3 months or bakal edel buil yagi mo mulus ara email lekong ko radio ay segel Luriol el Center Amrul, atokora research, matokora outreach and education. May ko krati ba SLI sel mukmula sa bedan matigay sa gidel al salay gidel 3 months. And basically ko ra kuktara taleta le dos pe ngilo ay sa atrabluy kay gidel important information el gidi wal mo madangay. So kung mo interested sa gidel newsletter en ngaringi ako call form el giblen post ringi na social media e dire ka sa mi will call obis gidra 4886950 magi my email kami we sign you up into the system sel to the next newsletter in the September ko lang sabi etal kuk mo o mas kami gigidal mayang ice malubang updates from the center in Boromeo. So hindi gigidal ko na 3 major programs, and agidir ko malas mal trial plan out kuk program loban tirar sensei sige intercession break introduce your school program me ko mo kumakay exchange mang sa amalo ay certificates like tagi del paget ra mamal giblam ira grade K mura 12 o ay say gidel hands-on activities mar sensei as ilkuk may gidel lessons ma activities or ideas mara school rule. But also hindi ral alam engage laban ter sensei, so that and say edel tailor ay activities sa gidel mo at ter ay lorur sa classroom mangora talmaral. So that's what we're up to ra center gid, and we'll also gidiral mo o ay sara abolu ma social media ma our sensei ma principals will get like I give sometime this week. For sure it's this week yagi mo email like I give the flyer ma links that will be made available. So I hope sensei my principal ring sa kora mangil and then I hope that they will collaborate on some of these things of course. So kung mga ringi angod ako na idea kami or something and somebody suggest ringi, we're always welcome, and then they will say that mga lawyer if you guys are also interested in doing something similar. So Agimal di over nga suli raro ko adan masabi ilo wageta ilal tutaw. I know it's kodo ko am not talaga wala lang time, but I guess that's a good thing like malbata ka swat I'll share swat ada blue polo ngay, and I've learned a lot just from this sitting and say you've done 100. I cannot get over the 100 students alive and the 1,700 pounds of cigarette butt, which is mind blowing. So kumarm so lang natin and do you want to share your socials on here, like ngaragal handle sa kami?
We are very big on TikTok, Instagram, of course Facebook. Our Palau Pledge accounts, our handles are at Palau Pledge on all platforms, social media, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter or X. Ding direkal Friends of PNMS man direkal friends.pnms. And so you can find us there. You can connect to us on either platform. We'll always be there to reach out to you as well. Sulang.
Yes, so kumukom ko na ading aradeng war kami urabe kalsil se dire ka sumi research apala pledge or Friends of PNMS o MS kay gidero ko il activity bla losad ma dire kay gidel upcoming activity in May. And then ako center of course at PICRC Palau or kam research PICRC Big Creek ra kay gidel ko platform, and I hope nga rin nga school or ranks mandiri ka sa il-follow ay kay gidal social media. So gimal diya nga sulay we Toni ma OLU ra te al kukmle o ay sa ginala obisra kami, and then we'll be keeping up with your socials because we're very excited with the activities that you're doing at Talmaral Mail Dive Camp, fishing derby. So kamar sulat terong rate al edire kalmal sulang almiraro ko listeners libang gada al tutaw. Happy Tuesday, moli makohi to dari klem stretch, take a deep breath, relax and pay the week. Masalukok next show gida September 5 Tuesday nguk mo sabi adal may makada ada kaw story yal suku mga ringi asomi wal so abodo sa ringi malubang kolang ngidil karmi will girela auriol giblam discuss malubang takoil giblam dung eng sabi mi will call 488-6950 lola ba suggestions sa kami or comments sa kami will girela show, and if ngora digyangot, and then until the next show, and then nakadukok kabate BERIUS ice. Komam sulang ngit tutaw la ko kami